Hey guys, Max here,
Hi guys, this is David Azimi.
and welcome to Coffee with David and Max. And guess where we are? Look at this place here. Isn't it something?
It's an amazing resort, but we'll talk about the resort at the end of our show. Maxie, what do you think about this market?
You know what? It's a good question. I'm glad you asked. I actually think that things are calming down a little bit.
It has, right?
I think so. If I start seeing the inventories going up, take different cities. You have Livermore. We went from about 100 properties to 170 properties overnight, pretty much. Like in no time, we run an inventory for the last year and a half, 2 years, about 100 properties, and today we're looking at it's 170. I don't want to be a doomsayer, but that's a 70% increase. And then the sellers are kind of looking from, hey, what happened? Why is the house not selling? Do you see the same thing?
I see exactly the same thing. You know what I do normally on my weekdays? I actually make calls.
Okay.
I notice a lot of canceled, withdrawn by sellers.
You do, right?
So yeah, and I reach out to this homeowner to find out, in this market, how could you have your property withdrawn within like 30 to 45 days? What happened?
Well, you tell me what happened. What do you
I'll tell
think
you
it
what
is?
happened.
Okay.
I think, what's happening with the market, you see a lot of withdrawals and more than expired, you see more withdrawals and more canceled. It's because of,
Hold on one second, because our audience may not understand that. When you say withdrawn or canceled, what does that actually mean?
well, canceled means that, obviously they've had the property on the market.
Oh, so
and
on the multiple
it
listing
was on
service?
multiple listing
Got it.
services, and they probably was either they were not educated on what the property should have been listed by an agent or by the professional that they hired, and the property sat and they didn't get what they wanted. And withdrawn means that the seller is not really happy with what the outcome of their listing is.
Okay. So you mean price-wise?
Price-wise, exactly.
When
It makes a huge difference
So-
in today's market.
So would you say they were overpriced to begin with?
Absolutely.
Oh.
And talking to a couple of these sellers, just to kind of start the conversation with them, and first of all, they're so defensive. They think that, I don't want to talk because you want to get my listing. But I kind of penetrate through that and tell them, I want to sit down with you and kind of find out what really happened.
Oh, hold on. So you're actually, what you're seeing, if I understand you correct, is you believe that these agents, are competition, I guess,
Right.
puts it on the market for more than it would have sold to begin with?
Exactly. And that is the key right now.
Huh.
You see these withdrawn and canceled,
So why would they do that though? Then?
just to basically get a listing and get their name out there. But they don't understand by doing that, you're really harming the seller.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So they go into their presentation,
Right.
you say, I can get you 800,000, Max walks in, oh, don't worry about him, I can get you 950, and then the
Exactly.
reality is you cannot.
And the sellers like the higher number, right?
Well, sure.
Well, you paint this painting, and obviously the seller says, "Oh, my house is worth more than what the neighbor's house
Yeah.
sold for." But this is where we come in, or this is where an agent needs to do their homework,
Yeah.
and really sit down and educate the seller.
Yeah, I spent a great deal of time when I talk to our clients, with listings, but even with buyers, I spent a great deal of time on trying to analyze the market and figure out the right price. So that's why I don't have a lot of experience with canceled listings, thank God. But I think it's because, we do it the right way. We don't walk in and say we get an extra 150,000.
And more than anything, too, Max, is when you go and meet a seller, right? Our goal is to sit down and kind of see what their mindset is,
Yes.
what their goals are, right? Because anybody could list their property with thousands of agents out there, but you got to hire the one that's actually going to do the work for you and get your top dollars. But you have to start by pricing the properties correctly at the beginning.
Yeah, but that's real estate 101. It has,
Right.
it has been for the last 20 years I've been doing this, has been always been the same. You got to price it right. Then the question comes, what does it take to price it right? I guess that's where you and I come in and run these comparative market analysis and look at the neighborhood. But what I found is that I guess the properties that are not canceled but are sitting there for a longer time is that these millennials and their choice of house has become so influential in what we're doing. And what I mean by that is that if you don't have the sharp gray and the hardwood floors and the sleek
Correct.
furniture and the sleek light fixtures and just these homes that have all the bells and whistles, those are still selling, and they're selling for top dollars. I have condos, specifically condos that are identical floor plans, and we see the ones with all the bells and whistles selling for, I don't know, $700,000-800,000, and then someone goes on the market with a little bit less, and they put, as we call it, a little lipstick on it and paint it and make it look cute, and then they're not selling for a little bit less, they just don't sell at all. And
Hey.
because people just don't want to do the work anymore. But that's interesting because not everybody's a millennial, but everybody kind of has that mindset.
Right.
We just want to hang our clothes in the closet and move in. So you either have all the bells and whistles and be a home, and otherwise you're almost a fixer-upper, even though you're not.
Exactly, and I've noticed that as well. You know, if you have the modern colors, which is the light gray and the
Yeah.
white baseboards and the light gray flooring,
Mhm.
your property is going to be more desirable to the home buyer.
Yeah, I
but if
noticed
you have different colors, dark colors, you know, they think in their mind this is a total fixer-upper.
It's outdated,
Right,
yes.
it's outdated. And the key is that once again, you sit down with the seller and you kind of give them the comparables of what's selling and kind of educate them, right?
Yeah.
They need advice. That's why we are the professionals, and that's why they should reach out.
But like you started off this video, and I think it's a good way to end it, I think it's all about us being honest.
Right.
Don't be afraid not to earn the business. I
Exactly.
think our clients, I know mine do, much rather have me tell them the truth and say, you know what, Max, I'm just not ready to sell it for that, than that we're going to try to promise them something we can deliver. And then, like, you find all these cancellations
Right.
and have to go back and say, hey, you know, guys, this is the reality. We got to take a price reduction to sell your property. And then we have to clean up the mess. And we've done that too many times. So, hey, good topic. I
was
like
nice
this.
seeing you
Hey,
again.
So where are we? I mean, you were going to promise our
You
clients
know what?
to tell them where we're going.
I got to tell you, I want to reach a huge shout out to Stephen Lloyd for giving us opportunity to shoot in this beautiful resort.
This is something, right?
This is amazing. Thank you, Stephen, for giving us that opportunity.
Stephen,
and,
thank you.
You know what? It is a beautiful resort. So, hey guys,
Hey, fun day again, and we'll see you at the next one.
catch you on the next show.
So the interesting thing is that we do also see some more days on the market, of course. You know, we have the inventory is growing. Like, for example, in Livermore, we had like 2 or 3 weeks ago on Thursday, in Livermore market
Right.
on Thursday, we had 14 homes going on the market. Last Thursday, we had 36.
And you know, the good news with that is that buyers have more opportunity to look at these properties.
But they also have a little bit more time.
Exactly. And
So I think the combination of the interest rates rising, a little bit more days on the market, everybody just having a little bit more inventory, it may actually be a healthier market for all around.
absolutely right. Nice.
So,
You hit it right on
Yeah,
on
it's-
target.
It's interesting. So anyway, I think it was a good conversation, and thank you, Stephen.
See you on the next show.